Kashmir, the heaven on earth, the subject of much political debate and struggles. Let's keep the politics aside and see why you must visit Kashmir and how best to spend your time there. Snow-capped mountains, horseback riding on scenic trails, walking on glaciers, and natural beauty everywhere you look is what awaits you in this heavenly land. I visited Kashmir in May 2022 when tourism had just started to pick up post-pandemic and spent 4 days there, 2 in Srinagar and 1 day each in Sonmarg and Gulmarg. Before we get started, here are 3 helpful tips when visiting Kashmir. First, only BSNL and Airtel postpaid connections work there, so prepaid SIM cards will not work, so plan accordingly. Second, there are no ride-sharing apps, so taxi is the only way to get around. And lastly, be careful with houseboat bookings as they frequently cancel bookings if they find someone willing to pay more. With that out of the way, here are the top 3 places to visit in Kashmir. The first is obviously Srinagar. Its beautiful charm memorialized thanks to the movie Kashmir Ki Kali. I started at the Shankaracharya temple situated at the top of a hill, and the temple is dedicated to Lord Shiva. The temple overlooks the Srinagar valley and offers some amazing views from the top. There are a lot of gardens from the Mughal era, so definitely check out at least one of them. I went to Nishat Bagh, which is the second largest Mughal garden in Kashmir Valley, as well as Shalimar Bagh. I visited the Jama Masjid, a popular masjid in the city, but it was closed and I actually couldn't go inside. When I looked up online for historical monuments, Badshah Tomb came up. But even the locals didn't know the exact location to it, so we had to just go figure it out ourselves by walking around in the neighborhood. This tomb belongs to the mother of the famous ruler of Kashmir, Sultan Zain ul Abidin, and it is from the 15th century. You will see that all the big tourist attractions are around Dal Lake, and perhaps this is the most famous tourist attraction in the region. You have to take a shikara ride or a boat ride on the lake where you can see houseboats, floating villages, a floating post office, and vendors selling all kinds of things from tea to jewelry to souvenirs, again made popular thanks to one of my favorite all-time songs, Tareef Karo Kya Uski from Kashmir Ki Kali. The shikara ride was about an hour long and the guide took us to 5 different attractions on the lake. This was definitely the highlight of Srinagar. Next on the list is Gulmarg. It is best to visit on a day trip and is about 2 hours drive from Srinagar. Take the cable car or a pony to get to the mountaintop depending on what you like. The lines for the cable car can be long, but the pony ride is quite bumpy, so choose wisely. One thing is certain, no matter what you pick, the views are incredible. It can get a little chilly on the mountain, so pack warm clothes. There are 2 phases for the cable car ride and the tickets are limited for phase 2, which will take you higher up in the mountain, and you have to book tickets in advance. We took a bumpy pony ride after we reached stage 1 to go to a nearby waterfall and ice sheet. Seeing how slippery the ice sheet was, we decided not to go up and just enjoy the view there. The third and final recommendation is Sonmarg, which is also my personal favorite. It is also a 2-hour drive away and we stayed the night there. There were significantly less people and it was much more peaceful. It has the most postcard-worthy landscape and it truly felt like heaven on earth. Point in any direction and take a picture, it is bound to look fabulous. Our initial plan was to sit in the meadow and take it all in, but a pony vendor came up to us and offered to show us around, so we accepted. He showed us the filming locations of some famous Bollywood movies along the way. At the end of the ride was a glacier where we spent about an hour to take some amazing photos and videos with beautiful snow-capped mountain as the backdrop. One thing not to miss out on is kava. It is a type of tea native to the region and is very flavorful. It is made by boiling green tea leaves with saffron and cinnamon and is served with crushed almonds. I had several cups every day while I was there. You can also try namkeen chai, which as the name indicates is tea with salt and is something that only the locals drink. So there you have it, my top 3 places to visit in Kashmir. I would highly recommend adding Kashmir to your bucket list. Subscribe for more videos from around the world.